Good day, everybody. I am Aitana Bilam Amigo. So today we are now in Unit 8, which is all about the concept paper. First is we will be discussing you along with my partner Questas the lesson 1, which is the features of concept paper. And Altana and Lajos will be discussing you the lesson 2, which is the patterns of concept or idea development. And lastly, Clark will going to discuss you the last lesson, which is the analyzing a concept paper. So, we'll proceed. Lesson 1. Features of a concept paper. Before starting your research, you must first set how you are going to approach your entire study. You can accomplish this by writing a concept paper first. A concept paper is an academic paper that is essential in research, as it is meant to provide the idea of your study. Before actually creating a full thesis paper, the concept paper also acts as a guide for others to understand your research topic before executing the actual paper. Defining the concept paper. The concept paper is a summary that informs reader about the purpose of the project or research, the significance of the project, and how it will be carried out. It is a guide for the researcher in order to see any holes or downfalls that may occur in the project before its execution. It also gives readers an idea of what will be accomplished when the research is done. So, the concept paper is a summary or a brief statement or account of the main points of something dispensing with needless details or formalities. Or shall we say, buod. Alam ko naman na alam nyo ang ibig sabihin ng buod. Sa English nga, di ba, ang buod ay isang summary. The main purpose of the concept paper is to lay out the basics of a research proposal. Some researchers would also use the concept paper to apply for any research grants for funding. Writers use the concept paper for the following reasons. First is the interest potential funders or a person or organization that provides money for a particular purpose. Second is to develop potential solutions or investigations into project ideas. Third is to determine whether a project idea is fundable. And the last is serve as a foundation of a full proposal. Here are the elements of the concept paper are as follows. First, the title in question form. Second, the brief overview of the research topic with conceptual and background knowledge. Third, a brief statement of the problem that the project seeks to answer. Fourth, explanation of the significance of the study. And last, the description of the methods and executive projects. Next is the parts of the concept paper. The concept paper is usually 2 to 3 pages long with at least 200 to 500 words. The concept paper has 5 sections: introduction, purpose, need, rationale, project description, which includes the project's goals and objectives, methodology, and benefits, support and budget, and lastly, the contact information. First is we have the introduction. The introduction contains how the researcher and the funder of project head's missions align with one another. It addresses why the funder should support the project of the researcher. Second is the rationale. The rationale contains the general information about the topic, as well as the research gap which the research intends to fulfill. The writer should taste the need for the research and why the project is the best possible solution to solve the problem. It also provides statements addressing the significance of the study. So what is rationale? Rationale is an explanation of controlling principles of opinion, belief. Third is the project description. Take note that this section includes the project's goals and objectives, methodology, and benefits. The project description also includes the actual solution to the addressed problem. This is the part wherein the researcher ultimately sells the idea for the research. The goal addresses the end or condition which the solution addresses, while the objectives are the measurable outcome of the solution for the project. The objectives should detail how the researcher plans to accomplish the goal. The next part of the project description includes the methodology of the project. It is also known as the action plan. The action plan needs to be aligned with the goals and objectives, as it should be executed and achieved in the proposed timeline. Lastly, the benefits or anticipated outcomes concludes the project description. It states who will be benefiting for the accomplished project. Next is the support. This section contains either an outline of the budget to be used for the project or the projected amount for the project's execution. It is recommended that a breakdown of expenses is included for transparency purposes. And lastly is the contact information. The last section contains the contact information of the project head or researchers. So, there is an example of concept paper here or a summary of a research paper. And this is a qualitative. You can read it for a while for you to clearly understand the given example of a concept paper. You may take a screenshot or, just read it. So if you are done reading the concept paper, I will be telling you a brief explanation about it. The researchers of this project intend to conduct a qualitative research study to ascertain the perceptions of people of a certain generation about the school's transgender people. The researchers introduced the topic at the very beginning of the paper, then gave a rationale of the study. Next, they discussed the methods to be used for the research and how the methods for collecting data will fulfill the objectives and goals of the study. Lastly, the researchers included an actual breakdown of the expenses for the research study.